Hello and welcome to the WIMS Library Tour. And you are now at the checkout counter where we're going to learn some important information in regards to the rules of the library and that sort of stuff. So firstly, when is the library open? It is open on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. That means Mondays and Fridays, the library is closed to students. That is because the library is being used for classes on those days. Checking out books. How do you check out books? Well, once you find the book that you want to check out, you can see Mrs. Westhead at the counter or a student library assistant. And in the near future, hopefully, the self-checkout will be coming out. To return books, it's as simple as dropping them in the book return. Now, the book return is a small hole that appears in the side of the counter. The books fall into a basket at the bottom, and then the student librarians or Mrs. Westhead will put the books away. Now, when it comes to the library rules, when you arrive, you do need to sign in. That'll be a sheet on the counter. It's important that you do not return books to the shelves yourself. If you have a book that you have picked up and you decide you don't want it, drop it in the return box. Don't stick it on the shelf. You can check up to 3 books at any given time, and books are due 2 weeks after you borrow them. But if you damage or lose a book, you will have to pay to replace it. And not paying to replace those books that you have lost or damaged can affect your ability to participate in the leaving ceremony at the end of M3. Also, it's important to remember that the library is not a playground. It is not a place for you to run around, to fool around, to play, to have dance parties, stuff like that. There are no food and drinks allowed in the library, and students must follow the instructions of Mrs. Westhead and the student library assistants. So if a student library assistant comes and tells you, please stop doing that, it's because Mrs. Westhead told them to ask you and to tell you that. All right. When the computer lab is open, they are not for gaming. They are entirely for doing schoolwork or to do research. And please note that you can be removed or banned even from the library for failing to follow instructions. That said, it takes a lot to be banned, but you definitely don't want to be in that space.